And now, ladies and gentlemen, Snackboy 315.
I want to say thank you to some people for making my birthday wonderful. I'd like to start by thanking my friends Carla and Tom and Jenny Cam and everyone else who threw me a wonderful birthday party at the Brick Skeller. I had a great time. And I'd like to thank some friends in Philadelphia, namely Melissa and the girls of Hardwick Hall, because they sent me this. And not only that, they all signed it. Melissa, the head diva in charge of Hardwick Hall, and her beautiful friends, they all, or most of them, signed me this happy birthday paper. And I just want to say that it made me feel very loved. Recently, I got to do the show Philly After Dark, and unfortunately, I thought I was going to get to meet Melissa and the girls, but I didn't. But I appreciate it, babies. And also, Melissa, thank you for the Borders gift certificate. I went up this morning and finished my purchases. And also from Canada, thank you, Kelsey. Kelsey, thank you very much. Kelsey manipulated one of my favorite photos on me about Snackboy, the Ronald Reagan introduction, and he also sent me a little tasty Borders gift certificate, because I love me some Borders bookstore, people. I can go there for hours and have pumpkin spice coffee filled with sugar and just have a wonderful bonding time, just me and the books, And let's get to today's snack. My agent called with yet another acting job, and it was for filming something that sounded so innocent, so non-scary, so non-threatening. It was called The Corner, and I recently filmed it, and I filmed it in a very bad section of Baltimore. And if you're from Baltimore, you know that you don't say Baltimore, Maryland. No, you say Balmer. You say Balmer, hon. I was in Balmer, hon. Hon, I was in Balmer. It's not really Southern, but it's Balmer. Anyway, so I was there. And we were filming, and I drove to the site that we were filming this film, and it was supposed to be a kind of a bad neighborhood in the movie. It's an HBO presentation. HBO. And it's supposed to be at a rundown school full of drug dealers, full of crimes, full of just one family struggle to stay strong through the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Oh, without each other, they're nothing. And I was just an extra, no big deal, basically. Snackboy, what's in your eye? Snackboy, no! Don't pick your eye. It's not attractive. I'll tell you what's not attractive, people. What's not attractive is worrying for your very life. And that day on the set, they said, okay. I finally went in the school. It was broke down. Glass shattered everywhere. Graffiti all over every wall. I was looking to my left. I was looking to my right, worried for my life. And some HBO guy on a walkie-talkie said, all right, what are you, an extra? I said, yes, I'm background. That's what we call extras. He said, okay, go find Miss Electra. I said, Carmen. He said, no, not Carmen, Electra. What do you think? Go find the costumer, Missy Electra. I said, wow, that's quite a name. Just go, extra, just go. I had never been treated so bad in my life, but I went. And so I finally, and to find the costumer, I had to walk through this park. Weeds, people, weeds and graffiti and snakes and drugs and needles. It was very intimidating to a little suburban boy like me. I was very intimidated. It was worse than that time that I helped James, my cousin James, do the roofing in Anacostia. Worse by far. I thought I was going to be shot, killed, a demographic on the news, people. And I finally found Miss Electra, and she was all attitude. I had to give her snaps for that, people. Miss Electra had more attitude than you could shake a stick at. She goes, name! And I said, my name is Terry McRae. Yes, you've all realized my ugly secret. I act under the name of Terry McRae, not Terry Crummett. I know, it's sad. My agent thought I had more zip, more appeal, fresher, youthful, fun. So there I was, and I said, I'm Terry McRae. And she looked at her sheet and goes, I don't think so. I don't see no Terry McRae, because you could not be Terry McRae. And I said, I'm not Terry McRae. I'm Terry McRae. It's a lot of star power. She goes, you go back there and you find the guy with the microphone and you tell him that there ain't no Terry McRae on this list, and I'm not going to give you no costume and you can prove that you're not just someone off the street. I said, I'll have you know that I'm not someone off the street. And she said, well, you got to prove it. So I went back and I said, and I went back through the riddle, and I felt like I was in platoon going through the landmines as I walked through the deadly field. And I made my way back toward the scary school, and I said, are you the guy with the headphones? He said, what do you think? I'm wearing headphones, aren't I? I said, well, Miss Electra says that I'm not on the sheet. He says, well, go back there and tell her to give you a costume anyway. I said, but I'm afraid. He said, face your fears. Eleanor Roosevelt said, that what you're afraid to do, you must do. I said, fine. So I went back and I said, Miss Electra, he said, I need a costume anyway. She said, well, tell him to come here and tell me that, because I'm not going to give you a costume until you get a prove it to me. And suddenly from the street, they saw her yelling into these people, this deadly-looking gang, and they said, hey, is he giving you trouble? Does he need to be beaten? What's that boy doing? Is that vanilla boy giving you trouble? She said, don't you worry about it. It ain't none of your business. And they were like, oh, I'll make it my business. Do you want me to beat on him for you? And I was like, no, it's okay. And they're like, shut up. So I went back to the school, and I said, Mike, I'm afraid. He said, you're working for HBO Pictures, son. Don't be afraid. And I said, when's lunchtime? He said, how dare you? How dare you ask for lunch when you haven't even costumed yourself? Look at you. You're still wearing your street clothing. What kind of background extra are you? I said, I'm an afraid, hungry one. He said, oh, march, son. March back to costuming and face your fears, boy. Look the fear in the eye. Look it in the eye. Like a bull. Look it in the eye. Because you know what? Your fears are nothing more. Didn't you ever see Dune, boy? Don't you have to put your hand in the box before you can face and conquer your fears? I said, yes, sir. And motivated, I went back and got my costume. And I made my $70. Honestly, that day, people, I wore my polyester because I was in the 70s scene with pride. I tell you.